Edwin and Joseph Talks. Today I'm doing something different. I am letting Procreate draw. Well, it's not really draw. I'm drawing the picture. It's been a while ago. While I do a voiceover. And today what I'm talking about is the acts of recent shootings that have went on in the United States. Condolences to the families, to the friends, to the people close by. You know, it's a very sad act that happened. And the reason why I'm talking about this is President Trump wants to blame video games and the like. Now, Edwin and I, we're both gamers. A lot of my friends are gamers. Most of us have played some of the most violent video games that you can get. And we are not violent people at all. So for President Trump to come out and say that it's the video games, it's the violence, it's really just a scapegoat. The reason why I say that is we've already been down this road before. They've already tried to pin violent video games as a scapegoat before. So why would you do this? Well, there's some different theories on it. One, some people have talked about with me more of a conspiracy theory of where when something happens in our government, that a mass shooting always seems to happen. I can't truly rule that out. It's something I don't believe in, but it is there. Tell me your thoughts on that one. One thing I do believe in is this was a hate crime. 100%. If you look at our history as humans, in the dawn of time, we are violent people. We used to have blood sports and coliseums where people would fight to the death for entertainment. We've had constant wars go on for hundreds of years. Now, I'm not saying that the state of our world that we live in is perfect by far, but for the most part, we're at this point a pretty peaceful era. I personally believe that there is just too many people in, the world. We have over 7 billion people now. So we have the largest number of people that we've ever had. And for the most part, like I said, no conflicts. There's little wars going on. If you look at the Middle Eastern states and everything. And again, that goes with my theory of having too many people, especially in cities, where you start to get almost a chaos theory. Now, I'm not going to really dive into that and get back to the actual shootings themselves. Edwin had posted on just social media about America having a glorification on guns. I understand this, but in the same sense, if you were to tell me, hey, you want to go to a shooting range and shoot some guns, I'm probably going to say yeah. I grew up in a rural area out in the country where hunting is a thing of life. You grow up, I think it's 10 to 12 years old, you can go get your hunter education and you can start hunting with a guardian, and then in a couple years you can hunt by yourself. That's just something that's a part of life there. All these people screaming for gun control and all that, it's not an easy solution. But my thoughts are on this, that you can have all the gun control that you want, but the people that are committing these crimes through hate and violence are going to get guns through a whole different means. They're not the law-abiding citizens. They're getting background checked and stuff like that. You can have all the gun control you want, but they're still going to get the guns that, you know, that they're going to use through other means. So it's a very hard subject to bring up. Now, if you go back, we're going to take Marilyn Manson, for example. When all the Columbine stuff happened, they wanted to blame Marilyn Manson and Eminem and these people for the violence that was caused. Once again, that was a hate crime. It had nothing to do with the music. Marilyn Manson even came on and did a very good testimony and talk with government people about it. We've been down this road before, and all it is a scapegoat, something easy to blame the issue to. The real issue is that we have a lot of hate in America. If you take, I brought this up to somebody and they didn't want to think of it as a hate crime. If you take all the gang violence, they're like, well, that has to do with drugs. Does it now? Where somebody is wearing a color they don't like, that's called hate. You take gang violence, you take racial violence, any type of violence has to do with hate. If it didn't, it wouldn't happen. There has never been happy violence where somebody has been like, oh, I like you, now I'm going to kill you. It doesn't happen. So it's something that as American citizen we got to look at and hopefully change. Now, with what Edwin had brought up, a glorification to guns, I wish he was here because I would love to have that discussion with him. And he definitely has a valid point. We do have a glorification of firearms in America, especially when you go out to rural America. You have a lot of people that it's my right. Well, okay, it is our right, but we should also be non-ignorant to that right. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on this? You know, I don't want everybody to just start just putting just stupid stuff. I want to have a legit discussion with a lot of our fan base. Comment on this. How do you feel about this? This is stuff that's going around that's been happening for a long time. And I feel it's going to keep increasing. The more that we don't want to deal with the actual issue, the more it's going to get worse. Do we need better gun control in some areas? Yes. Do we need to alienate the law-abiding citizens that are properly using our gun control? No, we do not. Are there easy solutions for this? No. Blaming video games, blaming music, that is not a solution. You might feel differently on that, but it's not. All you're doing is giving a scapegoat to the actual problems. Is there cover-ups where it seems that every single time there's a problem in the White House, there seems to be a mass shooting? Sorry. Possibly. I don't know. Like I said, this is a hard subject, and it's not something that's just going to go away. And it's where the politicians all seem to have their opinions on it, but they're not looking at the problems of hate. They want to just yell gun control and video games. We need to change that. With that said, please like, comment, subscribe, share our stuff. If you kind of like this format, tell me. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't have Edwin, and you don't always have to stare at my ugly mug. Just see our videos. Also, it's kind of me showing, my artwork on here. You might be watching this just looking to see how I kind of do my art processes and stuff like that. Just for a note of video, might not have a Thursday video, but I'll definitely have a Friday video, and should be a cooking segment. It'll come maybe later in the night, not at noon when I try to post them, or around noon. With that, you all have a good day.